Right, hello and welcome back to another episode of Cars and Engineering. In today's episode, I'm going to be removing the buckets and hopefully removing the exhaust valves. Stay tuned. Now, as you can see in this episode, I've put the head back on to the actual headstands themselves because I need to get access to the valves, or the valve faces themselves, because I'm going to be using a valve removal tool. But before we get to that, I need to remove the buckets from the head. But the thing with the buckets is they have to go back where they came from. So I'm going to have to clean them and label them 1 to 12 for the inlet side, and then 1 to 8 for the actual exhaust side. I can't mix them up. They are lapped in the corresponding lobes on the actual cams themselves. So as I said before, this engine's done well over 100,000 miles. So for 100,000 miles, this lobe has been interacting only with that bucket there, and the same for every single other one. So if you start messing them around, if you start moving them about, then it's not going to end well, because they will have different wears or different wear limits on all of them. They will be, one will not be worn exactly the same. In an ideal world, you'd want that to happen, but it doesn't happen. These will have to be checked. I will check them to see if they are fit to go back in. If they're not, then it's not that important that I keep them all together, because if they're going to replace anyway, they'll have to be relapped in to the actual lobes on the inlet cam. That will just happen over time, but for now I'm going to clean them, take them out, label them 1 to 12 and 1 to 8, and then put them in another box. Right, so I'm going to start on the left hand side of the engine. Just gently pull the bucket out. Got a clean rag and give it a good clean. Now I've used a bit of brake cleaner on top, then we'll use some masking tape. Got the masking tape on top. Then I'm going to put a 1 on top, because that's 1 of 12. There's a little number 1. And obviously the same goes for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As you can see, there's 1, there's 2, and obviously it's going to go 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 12. Right, so as you can see here, there's 1 through to 12 for the inlet buckets, and that's inside the actual engine, or the actual head. That's the valve spring being retained with the collet and the actual valve spring retainer. These big boys need to come out now. They are the exhaust buckets. So let's get these into a box over here, get them out of the way. I can flip the engine or we'll turn the head around, get to the actual other buckets. I will be labelling them one starting here, so even though the engine will be the other way around, this will be number 1 and this will be number 8 over here. Right, so I'm going to put them safely to one side for now. I'm going to flip the head round, or turn it round, so I can get to the exhaust buckets. Now, as I said, as I was looking at the head from this direction, this one on the right will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because we're now looking at it from the exhaust side, I'm going to take everything out and put everything back in as if I was looking from the inlet side. So, get this first one out, that'll be number 1 through to 8. Right, so that's numbers 1 to 8 labelled out of the head. I'm going to put them in a box with the inlet side buckets, and then I'm going to attempt to remove one of these valves. Right, so they're out of the way. Time to remove a valve. Right, this is a valve spring compressor from Sealey. It's a tool that goes like this. And it's got these arms on the top and on the bottom. This bottom one holds the bottom of the valve. This top one goes like that down, compresses the valve spring so you can get to the collet to remove the collet. And once the collet's out, put it somewhere safe. You can slowly lift this up and away. The valve should pop out the bottom of the head. That's in theory anyway. In practice, these are an absolute nightmare, so we'll see. As always, I'll put a link in the description in case you want to use this or want to buy it. Right, so off camera I removed one valve. It looks pretty straight to me. I'm going to have to check it a bit more, but there's a valve spring, there's the actual keeper itself, and these are the collets. The collets sit in this groove here, and they're the things you have to compress the spring to get to. They sit like this. There's one side and that one goes the other side. They sit like that, and they sit inside the keeper. so that they don't go anywhere when the car's obviously in motion or the engine's actually moving. There's a valve seal, and that's, you can see my finger, that's the one it came out of. So that's exhaust number 1, because we're looking at the exhaust side. That's bucket number 1, so I'm going to name that exhaust number 1. You can see, if it focuses, you can see that the surface isn't doing too great. It has had a hard life, but this is one of the exhaust ones. These are the ones that I probably will be replacing now. After seeing that, I could probably grind them back in, but as I've said, I'd rather future-proof the engine and keep these on standby in case I ever need them again. Yeah, so that's one valve done. Only another 19 to go. Right, so what I'm going to do is, because I 100% do not want to lose these little collets, got a little Ziploc bag, I'm going to put in the valve, with the collets in situ, inside with the keeper and with the spring. And I can seal that up. I know that's not going anywhere. I'm going to put some tape on it to mark it as valve number 1. And just like that, everything you need to put that valve back in is there. That's going to go in the box with the actual buckets itself, and I'm going to continue and take out all these other exhaust ones. So that's the first one, I've done it off camera. I will do one on camera now to show you what to do. Now, the best way I found out is, it's got an adjuster here and an adjuster here. I lock this one to get this adjuster to sit on the bottom of the valve, and I leave this one up. What happens is, I'll get it in position, get it, this one on top of the actual valve spring itself, line the bottom one up, and then using this lever I pull the bottom one into contact with the bottom of the valve. Once I know it's in contact with the bottom of the valve, I lock that one, and that's in place. All I have to do now is adjust this top one or this bottom one here just off camera. I find it easier adjusting the bottom one because it's got more turns on it, because it's got a longer actual shank, a longer thread. You'll slowly see it compress the valve spring to make sure it's centralised. Right, so in there you can see the valve collet. You can see how it's captured there around the actual centre of the valve. And there the valve's been compressed, or the valve spring's been compressed, so that we can get to the actual collet itself. Now it's just a matter of using a pair of long nose pliers to get the collet off. Well, I used a file because it's the longest, thinnest thing I had to hand. Very gently, just edged them off the actual valve itself. Be very careful not to drop them. There is one of the collets. And that right there is the second one. All I need to do is back this lower one off, and it will reduce the tension on the spring and slowly lift up, so then I can take the compressor off and drop the valve out, and then pull the spring and the keeper out the top of the actual head. When it gets to a certain stage, I can lift this lever here and it will release the compressor. What it will also do is allow me to use my long nose pliers again, pull out the keeper, the spring, and then the valve should just pop out bottom like that. So once again, we have a valve, we have a spring, we have a keeper, and we have the collets. So now I'm going to get another bag and put that into the Ziploc. Again, I've marked the bag with a number 2. So the last one was number 1, this is number 2. So these ones will go all the way to 8 because they're exhaust valves, and then the inlet valves, which will probably be a bit of a nightmare, will go up to 12. So that's valve 1 and that's valve 2 and the little baggies. These are obviously exhaust valves. I've got to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do that off camera because I believe this episode's gone on probably long enough. So as episodes go, we'll remove all of the buckets, removed the first exhaust valve and the second exhaust valve. I did one off camera, I've done one on camera. I will continue doing them off camera because it just gets boring otherwise. I don't want you to be bored at your head while I'm telling you how to suck eggs basically. So I'll end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for obviously the upcoming videos, which will be, this will be cleaned again, this will be checked for tolerances again, and then porting and polishing. So please make sure you subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.